told through the complaint that when asked, have you been in New York City recently, he got nervous, he got quiet, he started to shake a little bit. He also didn't give police his actual name. He gave them a fake name, which also is in correspondence with what they also found on him, which was a number of fake IDs, including one fake ID, which directly ties him back here to New York. That was a key piece of evidence for police, is what you're looking at right here. This New Jersey fake ID, which police say he used when he checked into a hostel on the Upper West Side before this murder was committed last week. Police also finding on him a ghost gun, as well as a magazine filled with a number of bullets, as well as articles of clothing, cash, a number of things that police are now looking into as part of this investigation. As you just said, Audie, he is now in custody right now. NYPD waiting to also now work with the Manhattan DA to file its own charges, extradite him back here to New York and continue this investigation.
We should see all those charges I listed earlier, basically Pennsylvania, so we're going to hear more. Arthur, I want to talk to you because you said you were reaching out to law enforcement officials, and what are you hearing so far?
Well, I spoke to NYPD Chief John Shell just a couple moments ago.
Stugatz!
And I said, Chief, what do you give credit to here? And he said, police work. Of course, there's a technology jump from the 1950s till today, but they had 400 different tips about his whereabouts. But even if you back up before that, they were able to use hard work by the NYPD.
Yes.
To get pictures of him.
That is a Sting mask, and you can see a glove right there. I think the other glove fell down somewhere. I'll get it back up there. I care about what the fans think. Monday Night Raw, babies. Hope you all had a good weekend. This will be a nice tight stream. Real tight. You get a rare look at what I look like without glasses on. Voila. Free Luigi. You're always on top of it. No, that is the UK Eric Bischoff. Are you a famous actor? Well, to be honest with you, let me turn the TV down. It's too distracting.
Description of who the suspect is. What's coming to mind for you?
It was the fact it was so.
Any famous actor doesn't have to say they're a famous actor. You know what I'm saying? But, hello. But you probably recognize me from the Comedy Central show Roast Battle. The Showtime show about the Comedy Store. I'm Dying Up Here. Real Rob on Netflix. I'm the father on Tyler, the Creator's cartoon, The Jellies, which is on HBO Max, Adult Swim, and Cartoon Network. So that's Enemy. Paid regular at the world famous Comedy Store. I don't know what to tell you, brother. But I've never been a cop on a TV show. But who knows? Maybe you are secreting me onto a TV show. I've been mentioned several times on the Joe Rogan podcast Experience, but never been on it. So I've been on Kill Tony a few times. There's a credit. Who knows, Finky Stingers? What the? Dr. Nova coming in hot. Let's roast. I've been on Kill Tony in the early days of the show. I haven't been on in a few years. Ever since I made fun of Chris D'Elia and Brian Callen. And Tony kicked me under the table, and I haven't been asked back since. But fuck it. I don't care. Yeah, I was in what you would consider the garage days of the show. So now I'm really working on my YouTube page. So hit the like and subscribe button if you have not done so already. And Finky Stingers, this is really a stream that's about everything and nothing at the same time. We talk wrestling, we talk hockey, politics. What up? What up? We have trolls, and all kinds of fun. Well, Munch, you came to the right place, baby. I answer any questions you might have about stand-up comedy or voiceover acting. What up, Stefan? Welcome, welcome. We've got fans all over the world. I've got fans in Canada, Australia, the UK, all Los Angeles. Well, what changed is that make me laugh. Pay me, bitch. I don't do free jokes in here. So we got a fan in Russia. The live stream changed when I noticed, I just randomly did a live stream on my phone and got literally like 10 times the viewers of my IMAX stream. And I got, on one stream on my phone, like 100 subscribers. So one of those things was, more than what I would get on my IMAX streams. Like I hadn't gotten 100 subscribers in 2 months on my iMac streams. So what my friends, William Zoom and whatnot, would tell me was that YouTube really pushes the phone streams more because it goes directly to people's phones. So who knows? You look like Stuart Smalley. See, I'll deal with the trolls. We've never heard of you before. Well, what do you want me to do about that, bro? I don't give out free jokes. I'm doing a free stream for you guys. That's good enough. What up, Chris Mack? I have one rule in here. If you want to troll me, fine. But I don't read it out loud unless you pay me for it. And I don't do free jokes in here. So, no, that's all right. There's not a troll I've encountered that can fucking be quicker than I am. So, it's all good. And there's not, I roast battled Jimmy Carr on television. I'm certainly not afraid of an anonymous troll in here. But you know what? I talk to the trolls. So, no, I don't do, what up, William Zoom? I don't do metal. I'm a voiceover actor. So I do cartoons, lottery commercials. Candy, this stream is about whatever we want it to be. Comedy, hockey, sports, politics. So, well, do you get paid off the live? Only people super chat me. And I do get a very teeny amount on views. So, but you don't really make a lot on views unless you're getting like 10,000 views. And on these streams, I get around 1,000 views. So I have been the father on Tyler the Creator's show, The Jellies. It never got canceled. It just Tyler chose to not do it anymore. But it's on Adult Swim. Chicken Man, did you ask me a question earlier and I not get to it? Hold on, let me look up the Chicken Man's question. See, I like to take care of the Chicken Man because he's been a soldier. Favorite T-Birds story? Do you mean the LA T-Birds, like with Ralphie Valaderas, the Guatemalan flyer, Skinny Gwen Miller, or do you mean the T-Birds in Greece too? I am 56, Adam. I'm 56. Do you think Jay-Z is guilty? Yeah, I mean, we could talk about Jay-Z. You are wrong, Spot. He loved me, man. And a lot of people were mad at him for choosing a white actor. Yes, I can do that. Mimi, Mr. Me. A lot of people were mad that Tyler used a white actor to voice a black character. No, I did not see Neil. Jay-Z is accused of, along with P. Diddy and another unnamed, allegedly A-list actor, of doing something they shouldn't be doing to a underage female. I don't know how to play the guitar. My friend Brent Fitz tried to teach me how to play the guitar. Brent is the drummer in Slash's solo band. Is the unnamed actor D'Elia? I don't think so. So I think you're a serial killer. Well, thank you, Spy. That's a compliment. I mean, never mind. You said a list. I did not see Neil there. As a real who's who, you can have whatever you'd like. Well, I don't know. I'm always, as you know, William, because of my own situation with an allegation that, let's hear his story. Let's hear the girl's story. And then you make up your mind as to who is telling the truth. And more importantly, who isn't telling the truth. I mean, the story sounds plausible. Apparently, a young female, a 13-year-old at the time, was at some award show, and she was looking at limos, like trying to see a celebrity, and someone from allegedly P. Diddy's camp said, "Hey, you look like the type of girl P. Diddy would like to meet." And she goes in the limo, she gets served a drink, she's incapacitated, and then she alleges that P. Diddy, Jay-Z, and another A-list celebrity did something that they shouldn't have done. So, it's up to you to believe who you want to believe after you hear both stories. I mean, the girl's story is out there. Jay-Z, of course, is denying it. I don't know what P. Diddy's doing. He's a little busy at the moment, and he's got about 500 other allegations. Earl, did you ever hear anything about trafficking? I never heard of anything about, it was pretty on the DL in terms of his shenanigans. But you know what? I've been to the Playboy Mansion a few times, and I saw that documentary. Forget what network it was on. It was a 4-parter about all the alleged rapes and stuff that were going on in there. And the 2 times I was there, I never saw any of that stuff. But I would give up a leg to have yours and Mike Rowe's voice. I don't know if my voice is that good, but I appreciate that. That's a solid question. I don't know. I mean, there's that one picture of P. Diddy, Jay-Z, and J-Lo. J-Lo's pretty naked in the picture. They look like they're at a freak-off. I think the victim was 13, allegedly. What up, Philippines? In the house. Let's hit the subscribe and like button for all you newbies in the stream. Pretty please. I mean, I've been in Hollywood for 56 years, man. I mean, you know, this allegation, I think, is from like 2000, 2001. So that's like the last 24 years. So, you know, who knows what's going on, and even in the 90s. You know, the predators operate in the weeds, man, and they're very good at hiding what they do because they insulate themselves from any potential covering or uncovering of what they're doing. So they're very hard to, um, you know, catch unless there's video. Like, you know, P. Diddy, you know, you got to figure the FBI knew what they were looking for when they stormed the two homes, Miami and LA. So there is video. And that's kind of hard to, you know, dispute. You know, you can't say, well, that's not P. Diddy when it is P. Diddy on the key. You know, like when he hit that girl outside the elevator. You know, it's like, but to show you how good his defense attorney is, he said, well, that's just a small part of their relationship. You know, so there he is on tape beating the shit out of this girl, stomping on her, a foot stomp like Seth Rollins. And, you know, the lawyer's like, you know, it's not that bad. Well, it also depends on what kind of video. Like if it's off of a 4K camera, like, you know, it's pretty hard to dispute that, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, if it's, you know, some of those security cameras, especially from the early 2000s, weren't exactly the highest quality of digital accuracy. So, what is the real story with all these? I don't know what you're talking about. So, Yap session, go crazy. All right. I mean, you know, there's that, you know, there's the rumors that Oprah tried to, or is in the process, or already did buy the Bieber tapes from Diddy's home for like 75 million. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about good for him because now his butt's the one that's being oiled up. So, I mean, who knows what's going on with Diddy? But, you know, the enablers, that's half the problem, are the enablers. But that goes along with predators and pedos and whatnot that, you know, they surround themselves, they insulate themselves from any people exposing them. And the funny thing is, the people who speak out about predators, they're the ones who get like labeled as bad news. So, you know, but you know, in Diddy's case, they got tapes. And I'm sure in the Epstein stuff, if that ever gets the light of day out, there's tapes. Someone's got those tapes. I mean, well, I think her use of, I mean, I would disagree with you there, William. I mean, I think she's pretty friendly with Bieber, and like, I mean, Bieber has a lot of money. I don't think he has just like 75 or $100 million to just like, I mean, he's got, you know, he's probably worth a couple $100 million or whatever he is, but I mean, Oprah's a billionaire, so 75 million to her is nothing. I mean, that's crazy to say, but like, you know, oh yeah, I mean, I see it every night in stand-up, you know. Um, so, you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, you see it in, you know, Hollywood. You know, you've seen it. Because usually the predators, they don't do any of the dirty work. You know, they'll, like in stand-up comedy, you know, you'll never see a headlining comic who's a predator picking the girls out. He'll get his openers. Hey, go get that girl, bring her up to the room, or whatever, something along those lines. So, Mr. Beast. I would love to have Mr. Beast's views. I'll tell you that much. Imagine what he would make in a stream. What does he have? Like 33 million subscribers on YouTube? Like 33 million. Like, oh my God. Uh-oh, do we have a bad person in the stream, William? Hopefully, I didn't like Predator 2, to be honest with you. I love the billboards. I'll never forget the billboard on, this is a real local reference. What up, Ryan? That my bank was on the corner of Pico and Overland, which is literally the same intersection as the old West Side Pavilion. And there was a huge billboard because 20th Century Fox Studios is maybe about 2 miles up. So this was basically the Fox billboard. And I'll never forget, it said Predator 2, and it showed a picture of the Predator in town with a few days to kill. Thank you. I love my glasses. I love my spectacles. I just, I think the problem with Predator 2 was, all right, have a good one, Fanky. Hit the subscribe button if you can. It helps me out. Thank you very much. Hit the like button, if you liked the 21 minutes of the stream so far. But, that first cast was just so magical. It really, truly was. That Predator 2, although a good cast, I think Maria Conchita Alonso, Danny Glover, Gary Busey. I do have nice glasses. Dita Eyewear, thank you very much. And they do not sponsor this stream. But it just didn't. And it was Giancarlo Esposito. He was in a nice episode of Miami Vice. I don't know anything about Mr. Beast other than the fact that he has a gigantic subscriber fan base. That first Predator movie was it was lightning in a bottle. That cast. And I would have loved to have known who else was considered. Like, I'm sure Stallone was considered for Schwarzenegger's part. I'm sure, other wrestlers were considered for the Jesse Ventura part. I'm sure Schwarzenegger's friend Sven Thorson, who was one of the guerrillas killed when they stormed the village, he might have been considered for the Jesse Ventura part because, that's Schwarzenegger's real life best friend. I'd love to know who else was considered for like the Indian part, or for Carl Weathers' part, and you think the company went over right to Randy's house? I mean, Peter, who knows? I mean, his trailer was in the driveway. I mean, that magic is just like I'm blown away by that total. Like I make a couple $100 a month, on the views for my videos and, these streams and shorts, a couple hundred. It's not a great amount. I can't imagine what he makes. Like he probably, I would guess, makes $1 million a month, maybe more. I'm just trying to figure out like, I mean, good for him. I mean, I don't even know what kind of content he has. Looking good, Dutch. Now, what we got to do? We're a rescue team, not assassins. Even that guy was good. The great R.G. Armstrong. Like, he was the perfect part for the grizzled old veteran. And this is something a lot of people don't know when they watch Predator. That at the end, when they show the black helicopter pilot, that's the actual Predator, Kevin Peter Hall. They throw him a little bone, get some FaceTime. No blood, no bodies, we hit nothing. I want Hawkins' body found. We move, 5 meter spread, no sound. But my best impression is the impression of Sonny Landham, you set us up. The CIA, the cabinet minister, dropped the 6 of us in the meat grinder. Whatever happened to you, Dylan? You used to be somebody I could trust. I woke up. I mean, I don't hate on people. You know, I'm trying to do what Mr. Beast is doing, so I don't hate on people who are successful at what I'm trying to do. You know, I'd love to know more about this Mr. Beast. I mean, you know, I don't do impressions, so my Schwarzenegger is a little wonky. My name has been mentioned several times on Rogan. I don't watch other stand-up comics specials because I don't want to. So I'm trying to find the lever on my chair. Where's my chair? Where'd my chair lever go? Oh, here it is. Because I don't want to hear ideas, and I don't want to, like, if someone does a joke about hockey, and like, well, I have a joke about hockey. I'm not going to do the joke now. It'll fuck with my set. You know, someone asked me the other day if I thought Tony Hinchcliffe was funny. And I'm like, honestly, I've known Tony for 15 years. I've never watched his set. Even when he brought me up one time in the main room, I was sitting in the green room. I didn't hear anything. I heard laughter, but I didn't hear what he was saying. And then, you know, around the 15-minute mark, I started listening a little more through the door just to hear my name. But I don't watch stand-up. Why was that, Earl? What do you mean, William? Sorry, I'm a little behind. Oh no, no one got rejected last night at the Comedy Store Christmas party. I mean, as soon as I walked up, I literally saw 20 people in the parking lot, which is sacred ground for those of you who've never been to the Comedy Store. And I was like, who the fuck are these people? I've literally never seen any of these people. And then I get in the hallway, and I recognize maybe 30% of the people in the hallway. You know, I go into the main room, like, you probably recognize 50% of the people in the main room. I go in sacred ground, which is the outside area where people might smoke the marijuana. Literally recognize 15% of the people there. Go in the VIP bar, churros, and, you know, probably 50%. So it's like, it's unbelievable to me. And you see all these people who are not Comedy Store comics just stuffing their faces like they're an unfed horse. It's out of control. It might as well have been. No, Winston did not make it in. I think I saw Ebo passed out in the dumpster. That's a deep cut. See, I can throw deep cuts back at you, Chicken Man. I see. I get that right. See, I'll take a nice troll insult. You know, I look a little bit like Governor Shapiro. L'chaim. We'll do about another half hour, kids, and then I'm going to play a game of NCAA College Football 2025 in the privacy of my own home. And then I'm going to work out, and then you know, see where the night takes me. It's early here in Los Angeles, 7:32 Pacific Standard Time. So, you know, last night at the Christmas party was fun. Saw a lot of friends I hadn't seen before. You look exactly the same. Well, I don't know about that, Spa. I mean, you got a lot more gray hair than I do. I mean, I got some grays. I don't color my shit. And he's a lot bigger than I am. I mean, I'm in great shape for a 56-year-old, but I have a feeling my cousin might be on a little TRT or growth hormone. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that. What gets more buzz, Neil on MLC or KB on Blocks, Mencia on Rogan, or Lift Shits on Earlverse? Wow, damn, those are all good. You know, what would get more buzz? I would say Mencia on Rogan, because I can't see that interview going well. Because I think Joe would always just circle back to, yeah, but you steal jokes, right? You still steal jokes. And Joe would probably have Ari on, and like, that could get nasty. I mean, I've had Jeff on my podcast. I mean, this is not my podcast, but I forget what episode it was, and it's probably one of the more disappointing episodes. And this is when we were getting along, kind of. I was excited to have him on because, well, I am a Jewish landlord. Thank you. I thought he knew Charlie Barnett from New York, and Charlie Barnett is one of the great maybe the greatest what if he would have had his shit together comics ever. I mean, and his story is well known. I won't repeat it here. And he just gave me like the bare minimum. I'd ask him these great questions about Charlie Barnett in Washington Square Park, in New York, which is he would sell out the whole park. Chappelle cited him as his mentor. I think about that. Arguably the greatest comic of all time is saying this guy influenced me. And I'd ask Jake, you got a good Charlie Barnett story? He's like, yeah, man, he was cool. Like, okay, cool. So, it was, but that and the Bobby Brown interview, the Cherry Pie Girl, was probably the two most disappointing inappropriate Earls that I did. So, if the B thing, yeah, I mean, he should have been bigger. I mean, I did a few shows with him, very talented. Well, I don't know, William. I don't know their relationship, but he was still there, boots on the ground, and what up, Gina? For those of you who don't, Billy, you know something. I'll give you the side shot that they did with Sonny Landham. Billy, you know something. I'm scared, Poncho. There's something out there hunting us. We're all gonna die. The man's losing. It's just a couple zappers out there. Ask her what she said. Ask her again. ¿Qué pasó, mujer? She says the same fucking thing. The jungle, it came alive and took him. Bullshit. That's not what she said. What she said doesn't make any sense. Are you telling me Blaine and Hawkins were killed by a fucking lizard? I don't know about a horse thingy, but dingus balls. I think the guy, what's his name, Sergio Leone, he had a good headshot. He's a good-looking guy. No blood, no bodies. We hit nothing. I want Hawkins' body found. We move. 5 meter spread. No sound. Here's a little Bill Duke and Schwarzenegger from Predator. What's got Billy so spooked? I don't know, Major. He's been acting squirrely all morning. Major, you better take a look at this. Blaine's body. It's gone. He's hunting us. He came in through the trees. Didn't set off the tripwires. The man's losing. It's just a couple zappers in there. My lost interest. The preeminent clipper in the business. Do you enjoy watching these comics, or do you find yourself analyzing their sets or thinking of things to add to your set? Like I said, my lost interest, I don't watch stand-up. Because I don't want to know how the crowd is. I like to go into things blind. So like when I went on Jesse Lee Peterson's The Fallen State, he was like, hey, here's a clip of Jamie Kennedy on it. Watch it so you get a vibe of the show. I didn't watch 1 second of it. And I love Jamie Kennedy, but I was just like, I like to go into things blind. So when I'm at the Comedy Store like Saturday night. My friend Sarah Weinshank was on before me. I didn't watch 1 second of her set. Not because I don't like her, but I don't want to know how she's doing, if she's bombing, if she's doing well, if she's in the middle, because I'm going to do the same set regardless of what she's doing. Or, like the other night I got brought up in the main room by Yeah, I agree with Gina. Let's get those likes up and the subscribers up. Now, Ray, we don't have to talk to me like that. And I didn't get my $5. I got $4.99. I'm Jewish. I'm going to know the exact amount I got. I'm Jewish. You know, because air is free. Hello. Yeah, if you look up Jesse Lee Peterson, Earl Skakel, the full episode should pop up first. It's about an hour and 5 minutes or something. There's a lot of clips out there, but check out the full episode. It was pretty good. You know, I enjoyed myself, and I would go back on again. You know, Jesse's like a fucking troll. You know, that's what he is. He is a professional troll. So I had a good time because I'm a bit of a troll myself, which is why I don't really have a problem with trolls in this stream. You know, it's all good in the hood. You think Tommy watches your Jesse Lee? Yeah, he absolutely. Oh my God, can you imagine Tommy on Jesse Lee Peterson? Well, Tommy, do you love white people? Well, I mean, I don't dislike them. See, okay. Now, Ray, we don't have to talk to me like that. I've hit the goal of $4.99, so everything else is just gravy, baby. I mean, I enjoyed it. You know, Jesse Lee Peterson to me is like a black Alex Stein. Primetime, pimp on a blimp Alex Stein, baby. So, does Lois get any presents for Christmas? I give Lois, she does like certain foods. Lois has never been I will be getting her back for Christmas. But, you know, Lois likes certain foods, some treats. She likes the, Just for Dogs. They have a chicken jerky that she is quite fond of. So I give her what she needs, and you know, Gail will be going back east for Christmas, and I'll have my lovely doggy back, and can't wait to see that rat. You celebrate Christmas. I know Jesus and Jews never drank wine before. No, we drink Diet Pepsi. I don't really, what up, Hop? I don't necessarily celebrate Christmas anymore. I mean, you know, I think I stopped getting excited about Christmas, you know, I don't know, 14, 15 years old. Shalom, shalom, shalom. So it's not, it doesn't mean that much to me. I mean, when I had recent girlfriends, it was a big deal because we would have a stocking up for myself, for the girl, and for Lois. Lois got her own stocking. She'd be chilling on Christmas. Shout out to the Pittsburgh Steelers for their big win yesterday. 100%. I mean, you know, like Stephen Wright said, you can't have everything. Where would you put it? Well, I found a way to put it everywhere. Oh, come on now. We don't do the racial humor in here, Ray. You know, we don't do that in here. Unless you super chat me, then I'll make an exception. Did you ever see Melrose Larry Green at the store? I once had dinner with Melrose Larry Green at the Rainbow, and I was trying to have like a legitimate conversation with him, and all he kept saying was "Baba Booey, Baba Booey." It's like, bro, come on. It's funny the first time. I don't believe that is the same Ray from the Dabbleverse. Yeah, I mean, I think Christmas is for the kids. Yeah, I haven't seen Melrose in a. Well, I mean, I don't sleep with underage people. That kid, so you know, I don't do that. So I can't answer that question because that is a scenario that would never occur to me to do. Thoughts on Jay-Z? I mean, you know, I can't say he's guilty, you know, because I don't really know. You know, like I said, and many times before, you know, we always talked about allegations and shit like that in here. You know, Me Too type stuff, the casting couch. You got to hear both sides of the story. So we now know the girl's side, at least through the lawyer. And Jay-Z has just denied it. So it's not really a story, but in Jay-Z's mind, he's probably like, hey, I didn't do it, so I ain't got no story. Well, I'm gonna guess she doesn't have the evidence. I mean, it was 2001, I think, so 23 years later, like all she's got's the story. So then you have to kind of dig in her past and go, okay, has she done this before? Not that that means she wasn't attacked at this time, but and her lawyer is kind of a Gloria Allred type, a total ambulance chaser. So it's and Jay-Z's lawyers are fucking the real deal, no money, no expenses spared. So they better have their I's dotted and T's crossed. Um, well, hold on. What's the weather like in LA? It's a little cold right now. I'm wearing my, excuse me, my Will Ospreay track jacket. Thank you very much to Blacksmith Apparel. What evidence did the women got? Well, that's a good point. I can't answer that question. I don't know, but I mean, I read the complaint. There's some website where you can read the full complaint. I'll put it up in the next stream if I can find it. I mean, unfortunately, you read the complaint, and it's not like you go, that couldn't have happened. I mean, it does sound plausible. That something like that could happen, where apparently she was outside, I think some music award show, and she was just like looking into limos. This is according to her, and looking for a celebrity to take a picture with or get an autograph, and then allegedly someone from P. Diddy's camp said, hey, do you want to meet P. Diddy? And then they get in a limo, they serve her drinks, she's at some house, she's feeling woozy. She says P. Diddy and Jay-Z did something they shouldn't have done, and there was a third celebrity just watching. I mean, you lay it out like that, it doesn't sound like no way, but I mean, like I said, in many cases before, in the D'Elia stuff, the Callan stuff, you hear both sides of the story, and you make your own decision. Yeah, I mean, it's not out of the realm that Jay-Z and P. Diddy would be in a limo with a girl, but you gotta, I mean, the story sounds plausible, but you need more than just, well, that could have happened. I mean, you're asking to convict a guy of beyond a serious crime. You better have the story airtight. I don't really go to King games anymore. I mean, I have full access to get tickets because all the players come to the Comedy Store, so it's a nice reciprocal relationship. But I like watching it on TV a lot better. I just I have a nice TV. It's I guess I can do this now. There's my TV. Oh wait, hold on. I have I'm out of control. I need a red band to help me with this shit. There's my TV. It's an 85-inch 4K. There's my Jellies cartoon. There's the elliptical I will be on in a few minutes, and up there is my Ultimate Warrior cartoon collection. Hello, Demon Slayer. A little bit of Yatori. Here's well, let me flip this around again one more time. Here's my Jack Lambert autograph photo, Vince Neil. Here we have the Berry Jelly Earl Skakel. We've got the Kamala autograph, the Joey Janela doll, the best of Kenny Omega. We've got an autographed Lex Luger doll. We've got the Micro Brawlers the legend of RJ City. There's Akeem, the African Dream, my brother. And of course, the love of my life, rest in peace, Annie the German Shepherd. I mean, what a good-looking dog. This was a dog that was riddled with cancer. I mean, riddled with cancer. And me and an anonymous lady, if you know, you know, took very good care of her for a while. Now, here we have the Comedy Store record player right here. A lot of names on it. A lot of names not on it. But I tell you what name is on it. Earl Skakel right there. Earl Ramped Skakel. What else can we show you? You know, now that I can do this, here we have, let me turn the light on for you kids. We have an autographed picture of Jaromir Jagr. Thank you very much. We have a framed photo of the guitar player from Kiss, from one album, the great and deceased Mark St. John. What else do we have here? An autographed James Buster Douglas boxing glove. And look at here, a rookie, Dave Parker, the Cobra. Now here's something of slight interest. Here's my first 3 dogs I've ever had. There's Mickey, Maddie, his sister, and Freddie, his brother. He's just chilling, Freddie. Freddie just chilling right now. And then we have this, the ultimate warrior, Earl Always Believe. Fuck yeah. There's Annie's paw print right there. Of course, I should have the ashes, but we won't get into what happened with that situation. And here we have my friend Brent Fitz, the drummer, was playing in this festival with Vince Neil. So he said, let me get you an autograph of all these, players. And the funny story about this is Brett Michaels thought that my friend Brent wanted his autograph for himself. So he writes, Brent Fitz. Whatever. He's like, no, bro. Here's kind of a cool autograph from the Bel Air Country Club. From the great Mark Messier. Hi, Earl. Don't mess around. 1989. Mark Messier. The great Mark Messier. And here we go. My favorite hockey player, the great Rudy Poshek. Autographed Rudy Poshek. I forget who signed these. Man, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Maybe Dan Gratton. I think that's Dan Gratton. I can't even tell about this. And Rudy Poshek's blood right there. Let's see what else. While we're up and about, there's a autographed picture of Chewbacca, the great David Prowse. Nice Kiss, Hot in the Shade tour poster. The great Robin King Crosby from the band Rat. Let me see here. Sean Avery book. There's Phil Lamar as my son. That's me, Barry Jelly. There's the great rapper Kylo Kish. It's my daughter. And the lovely and talented AJ Johnson as my wife. There's a nice TV. Got my PlayStation down there. Here is my Ultimate Warrior cartoon collection. And we got the mirrors, we got the real deal. So I'll give you a little tour. How many podcasters would give you the layout of their home? We've got a Pierre-Luc Dubois game-used helmet. Gene Simmons from Kiss. Give Earl super chats. Give Earl some super chats. RoboCop. Move it, creep. Scorpio Sky. The great Sting. Of course, the deceased Brody Lee. And my newest wrestling doll, we be chilling right now, is the Devil. There's the other Sting glove. And of course, a fan sent me this from the Comedy Store, the great Abdullah the Butcher, Legends of Professional Wrestling, wrestling doll. Then we got the Ultimate Warrior. And Roddy Piper doll. We got a Brother Love doll. I love you. And we'll do this. There's Comedy Store water bottle. Here's the great, my favorite. This is the first athlete I ever followed. The great Seattle Slew at the Flamingo Stakes. There's my mom. Well, let me turn the light on. There's my mama being brought to the aisle by her uncle, the great Horatio Luro. He's one of the preeminent horse racers. And here are my parents when they were a little older. My mom. Look at that hair, man. There's my dad, my mom, and Sheba. The little baby. Sheba was the greatest dog in the history of dogs. And of course we have to do this. The Earl Skakel wrestling doll, one of one. Of course, I've got two Sids protecting me, along with a giant robot. Kamala just chilling. He just chilling. The great Taya Valkyrie and Dewdrop. And what else? We have a net up here from the first season of the Atlanta Thrashers. Donald Brashear right there. Barry Bubba Beck when he was on the Colorado Rockies. Thank you very much. My 3 fantasy football trophies, back to back to back, baby. And that's about it. Oh, yes, we have an autographed 52 pickup VHS cover. And I have not read the Bear Grylls book yet. And that's about it. So we'll turn the... I go beyond. Here's my new ray gun. There's a Steve Stevens ray gun. I don't fuck around. I give you guys the best quality stream in the business. No, we don't do that. We don't show people the contents of my fridge because there's nothing in there. Yappity yap, don't talk back. Where do you poop? I poop in the bathroom. How far into your rectal passages do these figurines go? About 4 inches. Hello! Who's going to go through all your stuff after you pass, like when the piano player with AIDS died? Hopefully not Richie and Curtis. I mean, that was a real hornet's nest. Moses gets the... do you ever sleep with a co-star from one of the TV shows you're in? No, I don't think so. I mean, I've probably slept with a few of my inappropriate Earl guests. I'll let you figure out which ones. But, we're not going to dox anyone in here. No problem, my lost interest. KB in the house. Thank you for all the hard work you do. And thank you, frankly, for not clipping me. Because, Doom... said, Earl, I would clip you more, but frankly, you talk about stuff that nobody cares about. Hello! That made me feel good. But in the same vein, it's... Made me feel good about myself. Well, I don't know about everyone loves me. 100% that computer screen is not clean. I don't know how to clean this computer screen. I don't want to put just like regular, I don't know, like Lysol or whatever, but no, I don't have a 14-inch dick, so Virgil absolutely has me beat there. It's good. My Lost Interest is the best. Doom's a great clipper. I think Stalin 19, but now we're talking about Dabbleverse related issues that we don't do in here. This isn't the Dabble Land stream. Virgil absolutely won. Well, we could do one more thing in this stream. Hold on here. Let's get the lights on. Whoa, sorry about that. That came in too close. My bad. Let's see what cool autographs we have here. Oh, well, we won't get into that. Let me see here. I do have some cool autographs I could show you. Here is the great Vicky Guerrero. Earl, all my love. Excuse me. I love Vicky Guerrero. Oh yes, this is to Earl, an all elite comic. The great Kenny Omega, and I thought there was a flip side to this one. Hold on. This is like story time with Earl. Hold on, sorry about that. Here we go. Earl, my favorite comic. I mean, he's lying. He's never seen my app before, but here we go. So that's Danhausen. And the Four Horsemen, Paul Roma. Maybe in the least favorite Four Horsemen, but I'm trying to think what else I have. This is like story time with Earls. Here we go. This is probably my favorite thing Jordan has ever sent me. To Earl, stay funny, my brother. Akeem, the African Dream. Thank you to Jordan. Let me see what else I have in here. It's like story time with Earl. Hold on here. I got some cool. Let's see. Here's my. Actually, this is some cool stuff that I've never really showed anyone. This is my first paid regular set. The original Room on the Night. I mean, look at that lineup. Earl Skakel, my friend Chelsea Skidmore showed me that. Now here's my showcase lineup. December 4th. Look at that lineup. I mean, look at that lineup. Look who was on my showcase lineup. So we got the great Rick Ingram. Look at these two names. D'Elia and Callan. The great Bob Oshak. So, and I think this was my first main room set. I mean, look at that lineup. Brody Stevens. I mean, some great memories here. Not all my comedy memories are bad. Let me see. We got the Nasty Boys. Look at those guys. Yes, we got the Evil Dead House, and I paid for this picture. I don't get no fucking freebies. The great Rudy Poshak. Look at this, the Lion Killer right there, baby. I got a lot of shit to frame here, to be honest with you. Okay, well, I won't say who got me this, but I'm not into doxing people here. Well, here we go. I mean, here's the real deal right here. The bad guy from Cobra, to Earl. The strong survive. So, this is enough with Showtime with Earl. I'm just giving you guys a insight into a comic's life. I don't acknowledge the roast unless you super chat me, Rich. You know the rules in here. Here's a puck I paid for that Chris Nyland sent me. You know, I only, there's two things I charge for in here. I probably wouldn't because there are too many people. Like, and of course, the great Dave Parker autograph that Jordan got me. I know, Rich. I mean, if you want me to read your roast, you've got to send me the money, honey. And any Dabbleverse questions are $5. Now, other than that, I read most of all your questions. Excuse me. Sorry. Woo! Buddy. Thank you, William. Yeah, hit the like button on your way out. You guys know the deal. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the stream, which I don't believe right now we have too many newbies in here. But I do appreciate you guys when, for all the support you've given me over the years, especially the last year on YouTube. Do I have any delusions of grandeur thinking that I'm going to be the next Mr. Beast? Probably not. But, Rich gets it. Do I think TikTok gets banned? They probably put him in the WWE Hall of Fame. Just the feet, though, not the whole body. I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine TikTok getting banned. Hello! Zoom, even Zoom's feeling it tonight. Just chilling. Zoom's really a professional moderator, but, he gets the itch. Everyone's got the itch. If I could get the followers Mr. Beast got as Mr. Yeast, I would do it. I'm gonna have to research how Mr. Beast got all those followers. I mean, I don't even need like 33 million subs. Fuck, man. A couple million I'd be cool with. I love those. I mean, Jordan goes to a lot of conventions and whatnot. Let me see what I have down here. I don't think I have anything. I can't show you that picture. Hello. What's this? Let me see here. I got some goodies here. Can't show those. Boing. Let's see. I got all kinds of pictures. Here's an autograph picture. Roger Capps, the bass player from the Pat Benatar band, gave me. You can't really see it, but it's right there. Let me see here. You can never go wrong with a Steve Stevens card, the great Steve Stevens. So yes, that's about it. We're just having a good time in here. Do you like three-wheelers? I don't know what those are, to be honest with you. How much can we pay for an Earl Skakel autograph? Well, I do have headshots. Let me do some in-house cleaning right now. Let me see if I can find some old headshots. Earl. So, that's a look at Earl, fill a room at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Might be some money in that too. Well, if I showed you my jersey collection upstairs, your guys' minds would freak. Like, trust me on that one. Your guys' brains would explode. And if anyone could help me sell my jersey collection, we can talk some business. But I warn you, it's a very expensive endeavor. I do have like a Buffalo Sabres game worn throwback jersey, but it is quite a bit of money. It's a pain in the ass. Like, in terms of jersey collecting, I do make a fair amount of money when I sell them just by myself. Now, there are jersey houses that would buy my collection. I would estimate my collection is anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000. But, a lot of these jersey houses, they offer me like 150 grand. Like, they think I need to sell. And I'm like, I want to sell. I don't need to. There's a big difference. Like anything, if you sell your home, you can get the price you want. If you want to sell, you don't need to sell. But that's another, basically my jersey collection is vintage. I haven't bought a jersey in probably 10 years because my primary focus was tough guys. So there aren't really very many tough guys in the league anymore, and there hasn't been for a very long time. Like, for example, in this era, 2024, you've got Tom Wilson, Matt Rempe, who doesn't play that much anymore because he has no one to fight. Like, there's no one for Matt Rempe to really fight. You've got that young kid in Columbus, Didier, who's a real tough guy. You've got Curtis McDermott in Jersey, but, there's no one for him to fight. The Kings don't really, they've got Tanner Janot, but he'll fight if he has to. So there's literally under 10 fighters in the league and maybe 5. So that actually kind of helps my collection because it's all vintage fighters. So, like you guys did with Power Town Wrestling, there's all kinds of ways to help a streamer. Yeah, super chats are nice. Thank you, My Lost Interest, for your super chat. What William Zoom and several others did with Power Town Wrestling, got my money back the next day. The power of social media. But if you maybe message auction houses, I think there's Classic, there's several other, there's a couple auction houses. Actually, there's one big one in Beverly Hills. I'm surprised they haven't contacted me. Go, hey, there's this collector in LA who's got this crazy jersey collection, blah, blah, blah. Vinny Vincent, we're coming for you. 100%, but we got to find them first. Yeah, well, see, mine are game worn, My Lost Interest. So that's where they, but what I'm looking for is for an auction house to just buy them outright from me, and then you sell them for what you want. Whereas right now, most auction houses that contact me, and I'm known in the memorabilia world from that standpoint, like, hey, there's this guy in LA who's got this crazy collection. They offer to just basically bring a U-Haul truck to my condo, and they'll take the jerseys and they'll pay me as they sell them. I don't want that. I don't want to be contacted in 7 years from now. Hey, we sold another jersey for you, Earl. That's called consignment. And it's expensive when you buy from an auction house, because what happens, you can definitely make more money in a private sale. Because what happens let's just say, my Eric Bolton 9/11 shirt, we'll use that as like the example. We'll end the stream on a little sports memorabilia talk. I've been offered as much as $10,000 for that shirt. And not because it's an Eric Bolton shirt, but because of 9/11 and obviously the significance behind the Rangers and Sabres having the first sporting event. So what an auction house would do is I'd sell it to them for $10,000. I'm like, hey, I've been offered $10,000. It's yours for $10,000. They'd sell it for $12,000, so they can get the $2,000 profit. But here's also where they make their money. They also have, I think it's a 15 or 20% auction fee on top of that. So they sell it for $12,000 plus what they call the hammer, which is it's like an automatic gratuity. So it's cheaper for someone to buy it from me for 10 grand, because then if they buy it at an auction house, it's another 2 grand, because their price is 12 grand now, and the hammer fee, which is usually 20%. So that's, another $2,000. So a $10,000 shirt from Earl, you have to buy at an auction house for probably close to $15,000 with all the fees. And it's called a hammer or buyer's premiums. Now here's the funny thing, and this is a funny story to end on. When I was really into collecting and really into no one's getting this shirt if I want it. I mean, I used to use a thing on eBay, and it's not illegal. A lot of people did it. It's called e-snipe. And you literally say I'm auctioning this puck on eBay. Say it was a game used Chris Nyland goal puck, $200. Or say I'm buying this puck on eBay. So I see an eBay auction for this puck. Chris Nyland, last goal scored in the NHL, autographed, $200. But it's an open, the $200 is just the starting. That's the seller saying, I need at least $200 for this, and it's an open bid. So what I would do is on eSnipe, you would set your max bid. So I would say $300, and the bid time 1 second before the auction ends. So if the auction is sitting, say the auction ends at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So at 7:59, let's say the auction is sitting at $220. Gets to 7:59 and 59 seconds. It's still at $220. eSnipe will then put in the bid of $221 with 1 second left. So I would win a lot of auctions like that. And I would lose a lot of auctions from other people using eSnipe. So, what up, Brian? What up, Brian? Well, for an island boy, hit the like and subscribe button, baby. So the memorabilia world is nuts when you, and I'm sure there's now, I mean, I haven't, but like I said, bought a shirt in 10 years, maybe longer. I'm sure eSnipe now is competition, and so I've had a few people from the stream hit me up, and like I said, it's much more. I just don't have the time anymore to deal with, selling and then, haggling with people, and then You know, because a lot of people, like I said, and auction houses are under, oh my God, Skakel must be broke. He needs money. So we're going to lowball him. It's like, no, I'm just not interested in the hobby anymore. And I have probably the largest jersey collection in the world. I'd rather sell it so other fans who are more into the hobby, like I once was, can enjoy the shirts more than I can. You know, I'd rather take the money from the, let's just say I found an auction house, or you know, there are rich collectors out there, like a Mr. Beast. Like he might be a hockey fan, and he might call me up or message me on YouTube and say, "Hey, I'll buy your collection for this," because I just want to say I have the largest jersey collection in the world. There are people out there like that. Apparently, there is a dentist in Phoenix who has a jersey collection that dwarfs mine. Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, I mean, eBay, they take a lot of fees out, and, you know, there's a lot of scams on eBay where, you know, people will, you know, here's the dangerous thing for someone like me. You know, let's say my lost interest, I sell you that Eric Bolton shirt for 10 grand. Or let me take a cheaper jersey. I sell you a Ken Belanger Boston Bruins shirt for, say, $500. You pay me on PayPal, I ship you the shirt, you get it. Now, I'm not saying you would do this, but, and then you could file a dispute with PayPal saying, hey, I never got it. And the one thing I do like about PayPal is they always side with the buyers. Like with Powertown Wrestling, you know, they were like, hey, before we send you the money back, see if you can, like, solve the problem before we get involved. So PayPal would probably side with you and give you the money back, and then you've got the jersey too. Like I had one guy. Now this was like my first year in collecting. He wanted, he was from Nova Scotia, which is about as far from Los Angeles as you can get. He wanted 5 junior shirts, which is, you know, in hockey parlance. If you, my lost interest, I'm not trying to treat you like an idiot. I don't know what your knowledge of hockey is, but you've got juniors, and then minor league hockey, and then the NHL. But, you know, junior shirts, you know, at that time of my collecting were very highly sought after because, you know, there were tough guys fighting in juniors to get to the NHL. So the shirts have tons of wear. And usually, you know, when a goon, say, gets drafted in the NHL, he doesn't get to keep his junior jersey. They strip his name off of it and just give it to the next goon. So the shirts, if you got a shirt that was 3 or 4 years old, like 3 or 4 tough guys would have worn that jersey because the fighters would usually get the same jersey. So, no, I don't think they'll side with the merchant. They side with the customer. To be honest, in my experiences. So, you know, I sent this guy, he paid me, PayPal, you know, it's legit. And this was before PayPal was really locked in with eBay. So I sent him the 5 jerseys to Nova Scotia. He got them. And then he filed a claim saying he didn't get them. And, I had a friend of mine, you know, and this was like a couple months went by and like, hey, bro, I know you got the jerseys. You know, I paid for the insurance. They sent me proof of delivery to your house. I'm going to give you some options. Now, my option's going to be the toughest way. I swear to God, I will get on a plane and fly to Nova Scotia. I don't care what the money costs. I will go to your house. I've got your address. I want my fucking jerseys back. And then I got the jerseys back. So, and I would have gotten on a plane to Nova Scotia. But that's how I am. When someone owes me money or rips me off, I'll go to their house. I don't give a fuck if the guy shot me. I want my jerseys back. So, that's why it's, you know, and nowadays there's tons of bad jerseys. There's a forum on Facebook. If you really want some laughs, I think it's called Bad Jersey Seller. look up bad jersey / bad seller or something. I'll post it in here. And it's just a whole Facebook page devoted to outing bad sellers. So, that's why the whole point of this diatribe is that's why I want to just sell it outright to either a rich collector or an auction house. And you guys do what you want now. Even though I probably could make more money selling them on my own. In terms of, I'd probably have to take a bit of a loss or break even if I sold it to an auction house because they're going to lowball me. Because I've had that happen already. And my standard answer is like, listen, guys, I understand when someone usually is selling their collection, they need the money. I want to sell. I don't need to sell. I mean, my experience, Rich, unfortunately, and fortunately, like I said, I'll use last week's example of, on July 7th, I paid Powertown Wrestling $124 for a Medusa doll and a Kamala doll. Now, in their defense, it was a pre-order, which on July 7th, they said these jerseys will ship in January. They then put out a update, I think, on November 20th. Hey, there's been a delay. The shirts or the jerseys, the dolls, action figures won't be available till March to April. So they were giving themselves an out at the end of April to say, hey, there's a production delay. We're not going to get the dolls till summer. And I'm like, you guys have had my money for 5 months at this juncture. Either give me the money back or give me the action figures. So, PayPal sided with me instantly. I'm just saying in my experience, I have found that PayPal has pretty much always sided with me. But, everyone's different. I've not really I used to have an eBay page. Man, I wish I could get it back because I had like 500 sales and purchases, memorabilia, T-shirts or whatever I was buying. And, I would sell some jerseys on eBay. Perfect feedback. And, with all over 500 transactions, it's pretty hard to have perfect feedback, but I was a great eBayer. And then when I was on the set of I'm Dying up here, I got a notification. You've been charged with 5 computers on eBay, and I ended up getting my money back via PayPal. I think this was right around the time when eBay and PayPal kind of started merging. And, they sided with me instantly. Because I'm going to guess I was not the only one who was hacked or whatever. So, it's just, I don't have the time and energy to sell anymore. Now, that's certainly no one's concern other than mine. I don't think an auction house is going to be like, oh, man, Earl, we feel so bad for you. But I have a Remember the Roar Talent tickets. That you could probably sell that on eBay or maybe contact Classic Collectibles. And there's other, I think there's GameWorn.net auctions. I don't know if that would fly with them in terms of game used. It's not really a game used item, but yeah, you make mistakes and, I just never felt comfortable on eBay again. I didn't want to wake up every morning. Am I going to get scammed again? So I canceled my eBay account, which I kind of regret. But, now, I wouldn't have done it in this day and age because I know with PayPal, you get a lot of alerts and notifications now if there's been a purchase or a transaction, and it's quite easy now to say, hey, I didn't buy these 5 computers and they side with you. But, back then in the early days, 2018 of eBay and PayPal being kind of coordinated with each other, it wasn't quite so easy. I think if I remember the 5 Hewlett-Packard computers, it was something like $3,000, $4,000. And they said, hey, we're going to give you your money back, but the investigation is still ongoing. And if we find that you are lying to us, or you did actually buy 5 computers, we can take your money back. We can basically take your refund back. So, I had a couple months of like white knuckling it. Are they going to think I bought it? And then I'm like, if I think the last thing I sent them was, I was like, okay, if I bought 5 computers, what address did they go to? Because this is my home address. And they're like, well, we can't tell you that. I'm like, you can't tell me where but let's just say I bought the 5 computers. You're not going to tell me where I live? So, that's why I prefer going to like autograph conventions myself, waiting in line. Now, Jordan did this for me. I did not do that, and get my Dave Parker autograph from Dave Parker and give him whatever amount of money he wants within reason. So this has been a good stream. I'm glad we got into the memorabilia talk. We talk about everything in the Earl Skakel Earlverse. Thank you very much. We'll probably stream tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. The Kings play the New York Islanders at 4:30, so maybe we'll do a little live watch of the Kings Islanders. I'm sure that'll get about 7 views. And thank you, my lost interest, William Zoom, Rich, good talking. Who do you think about Tony Khan not letting Ray Phoenix go, adding injury time? Well, it's a fucking business. Like, listen, it's like. It's not Tony Khan's job to just let, the WWE take, one of his top tag team guys. So, I don't have a problem with it. You don't think the WWE holds guys before they go to AEW, So, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it sucks if you're Ray Phoenix. But it's the business. Same thing with like Ricky Starks. It sucks if you're Ricky Starks and you're ready to go to the WWE and like fucking get back in the game. But it's not Tony Khan's job to just let people go to the competition with like, on their own time. I mean, listen, say what you want about Tony Khan. A lot of people would be pretty fucking bummed out if there were no AEW. We'll go to two more minutes, guys. We'll go to the 90-minute mark, an hour and a half stream tonight in the Earl world. So, and I'd say the same thing about the WWE. I mean, I'm sure they held on to Lashley as long as they could, knowing he'd go to AEW, and MVP and Shelton Benjamin. I'm sure they were not let out of their contracts early. Now, I don't even know at this point if the WWE fears AEW, but it's one of those things that, it's a pure business move. And I get it, I mean, it's competitive. I'm sure Nike would do the same thing to LeBron James if he said, hey, I want to start wearing Adidas. Well, your contract ends in 2 years. You can go to Adidas in 2 years. Until then, you're going to be wearing Nikes. So, it's it's an interesting world, pro wrestling. Do you have any Probert? I had a Bob Probert game-used Chicago Blackhawks jersey. I think I sold it for $2,000. Obviously Probert shirts are a premium. Outside of the Eric Bolton 9/11 shirt. I mean, I've got some nice jerseys. I mean, I would say thank you very much. Let's give you a little shot of the Sting mask on the way out. We got 1 minute left, guys. I love me some Sting, and a shout out to the Earl neon sign from Radical Neon on Melrose. That's Radical with a K. And no, I didn't get that for free. I had paid $496 for it. Thank you very much. So the Comedy Store set went good on Saturday night. Not great, but there were some extraneous factors that went into the set not being great. But that's you never know what's going to happen before you at the Comedy Store. So you go with the flow. Did you ever do voice? I would do voiceover work on Rick and Morty, but unfortunately, so far I've never done voiceover work on Rick and Morty. I audition a lot for Adult Swim, the Cartoon Network, and a lot of people think I burned bridges with Comedy Central because my outward aggressive stance on how I was treated on Roast Battle, but I still auditioned for Comedy Central projects. So I burned no bridge. All right, you guys, this has been the Earl Skakel, Earl World, Earlverse. Thank you, my lost interest, for the super chat. Much appreciated. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night, probably around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.